Have you crossed the age of 60 and sometimes find yourself wondering, how many more years do I really have to live fully? If so, you're not alone. But instead of worrying, try looking at the little things you do each day, because it's often those seemingly simple actions that hold the clues to how healthy, vibrant, and potentially long your life may be. In today's video, I'll share with you 7 surprising signs that could reveal your true longevity. Not the typical eat more vegetables or go to bed early advice everyone gives, but everyday habits that show you're still flexible, sharp, and deeply connected to life. Did you know that just being able to do 5 out of these 7 things may already indicate that you have a strong physical and mental foundation to carry you through the long road ahead? And the best part is, none of these things are difficult or out of reach. Actions like maintaining a sharp memory, getting up from the floor without using your hands, or simply still being able to make new friends, all are powerful indicators of your resilience, vitality, and zest for life. Life after 60 isn't the end. It's a whole new chapter, a chance to rediscover yourself, to do the things you once set aside, and to live life on your own terms. That journey begins with understanding where your body and mind are today, and what small, smart steps you can take to care for yourself better starting now. If you've ever wondered whether you're unknowingly doing something good for your longevity, or want to know what changes could bring more energy, meaning, and joy into your later years, this video is for you. Stick around until the end, because I believe you'll find not only practical tips, but also inspiration to begin rewriting your story, no matter your age. If you find this content helpful, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. A like or a share from you not only motivates me, but can also help spread positivity to thousands of others who might need it. And if you're watching this video right now, leave a comment with the number 1 so I know you're still here, still trying, still hopeful, and still ready to live the life you truly deserve. Now let's get started. The first sign that you're still living a sharp and active life is that you can remember where you left your keys, or at least can find them within a few minutes. It may seem simple, but it's actually a powerful testament to your brain's memory and problem-solving abilities. We've all had those moments when we stand in the middle of a room and ask ourselves, "What was I looking for?" And that's completely normal, especially as life gets busier and distractions pile up. But the important thing isn't that you forget, it's how you respond after you've forgotten. If you can pause, take a deep breath, and logically retrace your steps to find the item you're searching for, that's clear evidence that your brain is still sharp and your thinking is still quick. It's not just about good short-term memory, but also about your ability to organize and process information while managing your emotions in a potentially stressful situation. And you know what? That ability doesn't come from luck. It comes from healthy habits that have been built over time. One little trick I truly believe in is the 1 designated spot rule. You choose 1 fixed place for easily misplaced items like keys, glasses, wallet, or phone. It could be a small dish near the door, a wooden box on the table, or a hook by the hallway. The key is always placing your items in that same spot after each use. When you create a small system like this in your daily life, it not only saves you time, but also gives you a sense of peace and control, something we all need, especially as we enter a new stage in life. Remember, sharpness doesn't come from never forgetting, but from the ability to recognize, adapt, and respond positively when you face those moments of forgetfulness. That's the quiet strength of a healthy mind. And every time you find your keys within 5 minutes, you've won a small victory against time. The second sign that you possess a youthful spirit and a steady mind is your ability to face difficult people while maintaining your calm. At a certain age, you're no longer easily led by your emotions. You understand that not everyone brings positive energy, and sometimes life presents you with tests in the form of a complaining neighbor, a critical relative, or even an unpleasant person standing behind you in line at the grocery store. But instead of reacting impulsively, you choose to take a deep breath, stay composed, and move on with the serenity of someone who deeply understands the value of peace. Maintaining composure in such situations is not only a sign of emotional intelligence, but also an indicator of a nervous system that has learned to balance emotions and reasoning. You don't let one bad moment ruin your whole day. You don't allow negative energy to invade your precious mental space. And this is not only good for your soul, but it's also incredibly beneficial for your physical health, lowering blood pressure, protecting cardiovascular health, improving sleep, and even extending your lifespan. I understand, it's not always easy to stay calm. There are days when you're exhausted, people who are truly unbearable, and moments when all you want to do is scream. But if in those moments you can still choose silence over arguing, retreat over confrontation, then you've chosen wisdom over winning. A funny but true saying you can remember is, "This is not my circus, and they are not my monkeys." When you realize that you don't need to engage in every battle, that's when you truly become strong. You're mastering your emotions, and that's one of the greatest powers a person can have. Staying calm is a gift you give to yourself. It's not weakness, it's the pinnacle of strength. And if you're able to do this every day, you're not just living longer, but living better. The third sign that you are still living life to the fullest is that you can still dance, even if it's just a gentle shoulder shake or tapping your toes under the dinner table. There's something truly special that happens when music plays and your body instinctively moves to the rhythm. You don't need to dance like the performers on stage, nor do you need to have the nimble feet of your younger years. What matters is that you can still feel the music with your heart and let your body speak with small, natural, and lively movements. At a certain age, many people hesitate to move, fearing they are not what they used to be. But the truth is, movement, no matter how small, is a sign of a youthful spirit, a heart that hasn't given up on the joy of life. When you dance, your body not only releases energy, but also creates pure joy, stimulating the brain, improving balance, and soothing the mind. You are sending yourself a powerful message. I am still here, I am still alive, and I can still feel joy. In fact, keeping your body flexible through simple actions like shoulder shakes, hip sways, or gently waving your hands to the music can actually help you live longer and happier. There's plenty of scientific research proving that light physical activity combined with music reduces the risk of depression, enhances cognitive function, and fosters a deep sense of connection with oneself. It's not just exercise for the body, it's medicine for the soul. So, the next time you hear a song that makes your heart flutter, don't hold back. Let the smile come to your face. Let your shoulders move gently, and let that small joy become a light in an ordinary day. This is how you keep life fresh, delightful, and full of inspiration. And who knows, maybe just 1 minute of dancing today will keep your heart healthy for many more years. Number 4, you can still make a stranger laugh. Do you know how valuable that is? It's not just a funny story or a light-hearted joke. It's a small magic you create between strangers. The cashier in a rush, the tired waiter, or the person standing next to you in a long line. When you make them laugh, even if just for a moment, you not only lighten their day, but also tell the world and yourself that you're still vibrant, still capable of connecting, still have a heart that spreads joy. And not just living, but living with clarity, awareness, and purpose. In an age where everyone is glued to their phones, a genuine smile is as powerful as an invisible handshake. It breaks barriers and melts away the unfamiliarity. And you know what? That's a sign your brain is still sharp, your wit is still intact, and your confidence hasn't left you. The ability to make others laugh isn't trivial. It's a gift. A clear sign that you're not just existing, you're living, engaging, and still making an impact. It's a form of youth that doesn't require being young. If you're watching this video and feel that what I'm sharing is resonating with you, leave a 1 in the comments. That not only lets me know you're still here, but also reminds you that you are still present with incredible energy inside of you. Think back to the last time you made someone smile. Has it been a while? If so, here's your chance. Today, try it. Tell a funny line, share a humorous story, or simply compliment someone in a playful way. You'll see. The moment not only lifts their spirits, but will also make you feel lighter and younger. It's not just a fleeting joy, it's medicine for the heart and mind. A testament that you still have the ability to interact, be creative, and brighten someone's day just by being yourself. And you know what's amazing? This skill doesn't wear out with age. It actually sharpens, deepens as you get older, because you understand the value of connection more than anyone else. Number 5. You can still remember the prices from back in the day. There's something truly special when your brain can retain those small numbers as if they are silent milestones of time. Have you ever picked up an item, seen the price on it, and shaken your head with a quiet chuckle? You turn to a stranger, or sometimes just mumble to yourself, "Oh my God, this used to cost just $5, as if that memory suddenly came to life right there at the checkout. It's not just nostalgia. It's proof that your brain is still working well, still sharp, and still holding on to the things that make you who you are. And strangely enough, remembering the price of gas when you first started driving, or the cost of a loaf of bread in the 80s, isn't just a case of old people telling stories, like some might joke. It's proof that you've lived, witnessed, and deeply felt the changes in this world. That's your memory doing its job, connecting emotions, events, and time into an unbroken living thread. When you tell someone, "Back in the day, I only spent $2 to go to the movies for the whole evening," you're not just talking about the ticket price. You're sharing a time, a feeling, a pace of life that may have passed, but still lives on in your mind. That memory is something no one can take away. And the best part is, if you can still remember those details, it means you're holding onto a mind that's still full of power, a brain that hasn't surrendered to time. People who start experiencing memory decline usually lose those small details first, like the name of a song or the price of an item they've bought 100 times. So, when you still chuckle at the price of ice cream from the 70s, that's a silent victory, a sign that you're still standing strong amidst the waves of memories, still writing your life story with a sharp and refined mind. Honestly, in a world that's changing so rapidly, where everything seems to get more expensive every day and people easily forget the things that once made them smile, the fact that you remember the prices from back in the day doesn't just make you different, it makes you a keeper of the flame. You are the one who preserves memories, who tells the stories, who bridges the gap between generations. And who knows, maybe this very ability, the ability to reminisce, connect, and share, is the secret to living longer, living deeper, and living fully every day. Number 6. You can get up off the floor without struggling. It may sound simple, but in reality, it's a quiet test that not everyone passes easily. Perhaps you've been in that situation, sitting down on the floor to tie your shoes, play with your grandchild, or clean up a corner of the house, only to suddenly realize, "Oh my God, getting up now feels like climbing a mountain." You fumble, push yourself up on the chair, grab the edge of the table, let out a few quiet groans. And if you're not careful, you might even get a cramp. But if you can stand up off the floor smoothly, without needing to push yourself up or ask for help, then congratulations. That's a clear sign that your body is still strong, flexible, and balanced. It's not just a simple physical skill. The act of getting up off the floor is also a reflection of initiative and independence. It shows that your core muscles, from your abdomen, hips, to your thighs and calves, are still functioning well, and that your nervous system is still sending smooth coordinating signals. Scientific studies have shown that the ability to get up from a seated position without using your hands is one of the strongest indicators of longevity. Not because it's a miracle, but because it represents a healthy musculoskeletal system, a stable heart, and a solid physical foundation. Haven't achieved that yet? No worries. It's not the end. It's an invitation. An invitation for you to go back and care for your body. Reconnect with each muscle group and movement. You don't need to become an athlete or achieve expert-level yoga standards. You just need to be patient with yourself and practice a little each day. Challenge yourself by sitting down and standing up from the floor once a day, then gradually increase. No need to rush. Your body needs time, and it will thank you for it. Each time you get up easier than yesterday, you're getting closer to a more flexible body, a more confident mind. The magic lies here. When you conquer this seemingly simple action, you're not just training your physical strength. You're reaffirming your own resilience. You're showing that age doesn't dull your initiative, that you're still in control of your movements. And more than that, you're sending a silent message to the world. I'm still here, strong, independent, and ready for the journey ahead. Number 7, you can still make new friends. And if this is still happening in your life, then congratulations. You're holding one of the most valuable secrets to living a healthy and long life, one that not everyone is able to maintain as they get older. We often think of making friends as something for the younger years, school days, the early days of work, or the party-filled nights of youth. But the truth is, the ability to open up and build new relationships in your 60s, 70s, or even beyond is a brilliant sign of vitality, both physically and mentally. Making friends at this age isn't just about having someone to talk to. It's a form of courage, a desire to connect and belong. You're not just talking to someone, you're rekindling the feeling of being heard, the feeling of still mattering, still being seen. And these things, seemingly small, have the power to soothe loneliness like a precious remedy. Isolation, as many studies have shown, not only causes the soul to wither, but also contributes to memory loss, increases the risk of illness, and can even shorten life expectancy. In contrast, those who maintain a social circle, even a small one, tend to be healthier, more joyful, and, most notably, live longer. True friendship doesn't need to be loud or extravagant. Sometimes it's simply the friend you see every morning at the coffee shop, the person you walk with in the park, or the cashier you always greet with a smile. These seemingly fleeting interactions help build an invisible network that supports you during the times your heart feels heavy. And if you're someone who's still eager to start a conversation, still excited to meet someone new, then you're demonstrating a youthful spirit that no pill can replace. Think of it this way. Each new friend is a door to new stories, new perspectives, and emotions you thought were lost. You're never too old to be cared for, and it's never too late to share warmth. This world is vast, but sometimes all we need to feel connected is a genuine conversation, a hearty laugh on a quiet afternoon, or a hand reached out when we need to hold on. So, if you're still seeking opportunities to interact, to build new relationships, whether through a painting class, a book club, or simply chatting with your neighbor, you're engaging in an act of courage and love for yourself. Don't underestimate the impact of a friendship. It not only warms your heart, but also nourishes both your mind and body in ways that modern medicine must acknowledge. Finally, if you're reading these words, I want you to know that you're truly special. Because you're not just listening, you're truly living, seeking to understand yourself better. taking better care of your old age, and above all, you're choosing not to let time make you step back. Each sign that you're still here, sharp memory, stable health, the ability to laugh and make new friends, is not just evidence of longevity, but also proof of a spirit that has never given up. Age may leave marks on your skin, but it can never dim the light inside you. You still have so much to give to the world. Stories, lessons, and simple laughter. And if there are times when you feel lost, please remember, as long as there is someone to talk to, something to share, you're never truly alone. If these thoughts have touched you, brought you hope, or simply made you smile, I sincerely hope you'll subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. Not just so I know you're there, but so that we, those of us aging gracefully together, can continue to connect and inspire each other day by day. Old age is not a stopping point. It's the most beautiful chapter, where wisdom, courage, and an open heart shine together. Live slowly, live deeply, and never forget, you can still be the best version of yourself, even when your hair is gray and your steps are slower. Thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you in the next videos.